1896. The scramble for Africa is almost complete. The British have the South, the French have the West, the Belgians have the Congo. Italy, late to the party, wants a piece of the cake. They look at Ethiopia and see an easy target. They see tribesmen with spears. But on March 1st, 1896, the Italian army marched into the mountains of Adwa, and they didn't walk out. It was the worst defeat of a European army in colonial history. This is the story of the Battle of Adwa. The war didn't start with a gunshot. It started with a typo. In 1889, Emperor Menelik II signed the Treaty of Wuchale with Italy. The Amharic version said Ethiopia could use Italy for diplomacy. The Italian version said Ethiopia must. Italy tried to trick Menelik into becoming a protectorate. When Menelik found out, he didn't just tear up the treaty. He declared, Ethiopia has need of no one. She stretches her hands unto God. Italy mobilized 17,000 modern troops with 56 cannons. They thought it would be a walk in the park. But they forgot one thing. Ethiopia wasn't a tribe. It was an empire. Menelik beat the war drums. He raised an army of 100,000 soldiers. And leading them right beside him was his wife, Empress Taytu. She wasn't just a figurehead. She was a brilliant strategist. She told Menelik, we will starve them out. She captured the water springs at the siege of Menelik, forcing the Italians to surrender. The Italians were terrified. They called her the stubborn woman. But they still believed that machine guns would win the day. The Italians made a fatal mistake. They attacked at night, using a bad map. They got separated in the jagged peaks of Adwa. And at dawn, the mist cleared. The Ethiopians descended like a landslide. They didn't just have spears. Menelik had bought modern rifles from Russia and France. It was a fair fight. The Oromo cavalry charged on horseback, shouting, Ibalgium, Ibalgium, reap, reap. The Italian general Baratieri watched in horror as his army disintegrated. By noon, it was over. 7,000 Italians were dead. 3,000 were captured. The rest ran for their lives back to Eritrea. They couldn't believe that Africans had defeated a civilized power. To cope, they made up lies, saying the Ethiopians were actually white people turned dark by the sun. Menelik forced Italy to sign a new treaty, the Treaty of Addis Ababa. This time, it was written clearly. Ethiopia was free, sovereign, independent. Adwa changed everything. It became a beacon of hope for the entire black world. It proved that colonization wasn't inevitable. It proved that if you unite, you can win. The Italians would return 40 years later under Mussolini, seeking revenge, but they could never erase the memory of 1896, the day the Lion of Judah ruled.